Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is my 20 to 22 week update. I'm sorry that this video is coming a little later. I had a lot of stuff going on the last 2 weeks, and we got some information about the baby at the 20-week ultrasound that I kind of needed to process and deal with. So basically I'm going to go over a few things. One is, again, I had the 20-week ultrasound at September 27th. Yeah, September 27th we went. This is the baby's foot. I think that's the cutest thing ever. And then just some other pictures. There's the baby. I can't really tell what that one is, but... And the baby's heartbeat. Baby's heartbeat is good. It's at 145. So while we were at the ultrasound, I'm just going to get into this stuff first. We found, during the anatomy scan, we found out that it showed that one of the baby's kidneys is dilated. So basically, they gave me this paper when they were explaining it. Basically, the kidney looks like this one. Like, this is a normal kidney. The normal duct that goes to the bladder. The baby's kidney looks like this. Luckily, it wasn't much of a concern because the duct like this, it doesn't look like that. It actually is like this. They can't see the duct in the ultrasound, which is good, I guess. So they think what's happening is that there is urine that is going back up through the duct into the kidney. They don't think it's like being able to fully flush out like it's supposed to. So they initially wanted me to do, I forget the name of it, but it's the test where they do that long needle and they stick it through your belly, to test the amniotic fluid. Amniocentesis, I think it is what it is. Not 100% sure. I don't remember the name of the test. They wanted me to do it. They said that I didn't have to. They think that this might resolve on its own. But, you know, they said that, you know, if I wanted to, I could do the test and it would kind of give them more of a heads up of, like, is this going to be like is there a kidney issue with the baby? Is this something that's going to go away on its own? So I opted not to do that test, because that test does have some low risks. The risks are either my water breaking early, which wouldn't be good because it was 20 weeks at the time of doing this ultrasound, or it could potentially end in a miscarriage. And with me having a history of miscarriages, I was not comfortable doing the test. I asked my husband, he wasn't comfortable with me doing the test. So we decided, you know, we're not going to do the test then. And then I wanted to talk with my OB's office and find out from them, like, which route I should go if it was necessary, or, you know, go back for another anatomy scan at 32 weeks, which is what the doctor at the ultrasound also said that I could do. Because like I said, the duct right here was not visible, so it's not showing that the duct at that time was inflamed. It was just showing basically, like, you could just see like the kidneys. There was a difference in one of the kidneys. So we're keeping an eye on that. My husband does have kidney issues in his side of the family. He actually could potentially have that issue as well when he gets older, because he actually cannot be a kidney donor, due to the condition that, you know, is in his family. I recently found out that I have kidney issues on my side of the family that was not known at the time of having my daughter, and at the time of having my daughter we didn't have this issue. So this is all new to us. I was very emotional, very upset. I think it took me a couple of days to really process everything and go through that. And, you know, and my husband had asked if we still wanted to do the gender reveal. And I said, yeah, you know, I want to try to continue on with this pregnancy as normal. Like, you know, we know what's going on. there's a chance that it could resolve itself by 32 weeks. If it does not, at the 32-week anatomy scan again, then basically that's just going to just then send me to a prenatal surgeon, so that when I do go to have the baby will be immediately looked at by this prenatal surgeon. They'll do an ultrasound on the baby to get more of a better picture of the baby's kidneys, and to determine if the baby needs to immediately go off to surgery or not. So we're kind of just, playing the waiting game. Like I said, at the time of filming this, I literally just hit 23 weeks today. That's why I'm only doing a 20 to 22 week update. So I have a couple more weeks to go before, we have this next ultrasound. I do have a follow-up with my OB for my October appointment, which is the 21st. So next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, actually. So I'm going to be talking with her because I need to find out roughly, because where we are doing a scheduled C-section, I need to find out from her roughly when she thinks we're going to be scheduling the C-section. I don't know if, they're going to do it around like 37 weeks, or if they're going to do it at like 39 weeks, or I don't know how this place does it. Mine was different. My C-section with my daughter was a completely different story that I actually do have on my channel. If you want to see that, you can go ahead and look through, and I explain everything that happened with the birth of my daughter. But so this time around, I'm a little more like, I need to know what's going on. I need to know roughly when, more so for my husband to be able to file for the paternal family medical leave. They need like 60 days to have the paperwork in. So I'm due February 12th. So if they decide to take the baby around 38, 39 weeks, that would be like the end of January, beginning of February. So he would need to put the information in December. If they're leaning more towards like 37, 38 weeks, then it'll be like beginning of January, mid-January. So he would have to actually get it in November. So that's going to be a question I'm going to have to ask my OB when I see her on the 21st, just so that way he has enough time to get the paperwork in, so that we can make sure it gets all approved and all of that stuff, because we are currently a one-income family right now. So basically, after talking with my OB about, the results from the 20-week scan, we decided to definitely not do the long needle test. We decided to wait till the 32 weeks to have another ultrasound done, to, do another whole anatomy scan and see how everything is, whether it's progressed, went away, and all that. And in the meantime, she had me do some blood tests. It was like genetic testing. There were 3 different tests. They did a panorama test, to which I've got the results back, and I'll kind of tell you how that went. They did a horizon test, which is an advanced carrier screening. That one takes 21 days from the day that my blood was drawn, or from the day that they received it, which I believe was like overnight. So I should roughly know those results by Thursday when I go to my OB's office. The other one that they were doing was the Empower test, which is a hereditary cancer test, and that takes from 2 to 3 weeks from the day that my blood was drawn for this to get those results. So that one's going to be in, I'm going to say like couple more weeks, because I believe I had the blood work done when I was 21 weeks. I did it that following Monday. So for the panorama test, they basically, and I'm going to apologize if I'm butchering these like names that they're calling them, but it's a trisomy 21 test, a trisomy 18, trisomy 13, monosomics, and a triploidy Pilotti. Again, I'm butchering those names. But the results came back on that low risk, which is what my initial blood work did, but, you know, it checked for one specific form of Down syndrome. This one was in a little bit more in depth of the Down syndrome to see, because I guess the dilated kidney stuff is common in babies that have Down syndrome. So that was the other reason why they suggested I did like this blood work, because it's supposed to kind of help more if like I'm a carrier of something else, or, you know, maybe the baby might be a carrier of it. So that's kind of why we were doing these tests, to my understanding of understanding the tests. The panorama test did confirm that we are having a girl. Like I said, I posted the video of our gender reveal was the last video that I posted, and it was a girl. Funny thing about my husband's reaction in that is the fact that I had him thinking all week that it was a boy, because I literally thought this baby was a boy. My symptoms were different. With my daughter, I had more like severe morning sickness from time of, you know, morning sickness coming on literally until I had her. I had major acid. It was bad. I couldn't cook hamburger. There was a lot of things I couldn't do when I was pregnant with my daughter that this time around is like kind of different, and more so different to the point that sometimes I don't even feel like I'm pregnant, which has been totally different too. So that made me think I was having a boy. So it was dead set in my mind that it was a boy. And then, you know, obviously at the 20-week scan, we found out the gender of the baby. But we also got that information with the kidney stuff. And my husband told me that if I was more comfortable knowing the baby's gender, that he like basically gave me permission to find out before the gender reveal. To which I wanted to be surprised initially at the gender reveal. But with everything going on, the kidney issue is more common on the male side in his family. So I needed to know if like I needed to know. I needed to know. So he gave me permission to know, but I could not tell him what it was. And so when I gave it to my friend to open up, she laughed. I wish I recorded her reaction. And I knew instantly by when she was like, oh my, that we were having another girl. Which made me laugh. Which then made me laugh so hard that I peed my pants. But yeah, so like I'm excited no matter whether it was a boy or a girl. I'm just overall excited in general. I knew my daughter would be extremely excited because she wanted a sister for so long. So I'm glad that she's getting her sister. My poor husband, though, really wanted a boy. And the reason he thought it was a boy was because during the 20-week anatomy scan, the ultrasound tech kept saying, like, here's his little hand, here's his little foot, here's his head, this is his heartbeat. And at one point, because she did the gender last, so we had to, like, cover our eyes and everything. And at one point, when she kept checking the abdomen, because I knew something was wrong when she kept going back and forth between the heart and the abdomen. Normally, they don't spend a lot of time looking at that unless they're seeing something, and obviously, you know, the ultrasound tech is not allowed to say anything until a doctor has a chance to look over everything. So I knew something at that point was off, but my husband was more focused on every time she went towards the abdomen of the baby, you would see like the knee. So you would see like the knee portion. And my husband thought it was a baby penis. So he will like, in his mind was like, oh my God, this is a boy. She keeps saying it's a boy. I'm seeing a penis. Like, she's not really being like stealthy with the gender. And so he had it in his mind that it was a boy. So then I waited as long as possible to come back from my friend's house. before he had to go to work, to try not to tell him. I cannot keep anything from my husband. I don't know what it is, but I cannot lie to my husband. So it was funny because I came in, I want to say about like 20 to 25 minutes before he had to leave for work. And I was like letting him know that I was here. And then I started giggling. So then I went outside. And he comes outside. We're talking. And I just keep giggling. And he goes, I know what it is. And I'm like, oh, you do? No, dude. Now I'm in panic mode because I'm thinking he's going, oh, she's laughing because it's a girl. No, he literally thought I was laughing because I was right and it was a boy. And he's like, I know what it is. It's a boy. And I'm like, yeah, there's no denying that. So I felt bad that I was lying to him, but he didn't want to know. And I really wanted his genuine surprise. So all week he thought he was having a boy until we popped those cannons and they were pink, and then reality set in that he's now a dad of 2 girls. So that was, you know, fun in its own, which helped, you know, like kind of ease everything that I was hit with that week, because literally that weekend we did the gender reveal, and then this past weekend was my birthday on the 9th. And we also did our baby shower then as well. Just kind of roll it all into one because this baby's due in February. It's winter season when we're in New England. So, and again, where I live, most of my family is east and I'm west. So a lot of them weren't going to do that traveling in the winter. So it just made sense to do it early. And my birthday finally fell on a Saturday for once. So we just kind of did them all in one. So I will be doing... a video will be coming up probably within a day or so after this one, if I'm not able to upload it right after this one, of the, you know, baby shower / birthday party for me that we did. So, yeah, so basically, you know, some symptoms I've been having is I've had a lot of acid, which has been the same that I have with my daughter, but it got progressively worse. And I want to say the further along I get, the more acid I've gotten. With my daughter in the beginning, it was like, from the beginning I had the acid. And it's just now starting to come on, and I'm halfway through the 2nd trimester. And I've surprisingly have been more tired right now. Normally, you're more tired in the beginning of the pregnancy. 2nd trimester, you start to get the energy. No, this one was opposite. I had the energy in the 1st trimester. Didn't even feel like I was pregnant because I had like no symptoms to what I was used to. So I was in shock when I'm seeing positive pregnancy tests, and I'm like, why is there no symptoms, and, you know, like nothing that I was used to. Goes to show you every pregnancy is different. My food cravings, I've been craving a lot of ramen noodle, which is salty things. I've been craving spicy foods. I'm eating a lot more spicier things than I normally do because I don't eat spicy stuff in general. I've been obsessed with root beer. Obsessed with root beer. I get it. I try not to drink too much soda, but like when I'm really craving root beer, I'll get root beer. The only other, excuse me, real food, throat's dry, sorry. Only other real food craving, I'm gonna say, has been either fries or tater tots with honey. Like, salty and sweet at the same time. But, I mean, outside of that, that's pretty much the update. I can do a quick belly shot when I back my camera up. So, baby belly shot right there. So, like I said, I just hit 23 weeks today. So I'll probably do another update in like a couple more weeks to try to see if anything's changed to try to get more of the results for you guys to be able to let you know how those came out. But outside of that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Baby is kicking. Baby has been kicking. We're just now starting to feel the baby kick on the outside, which has been cool. My daughter hasn't been able to feel it yet. My husband was able to feel it once. It's still like getting used to, and it's like starting to become strong enough that you're going to feel it on the outside. But I mean, outside of that, I'm not really sleeping too much. I have a king size bed. I've got a husband that's like attached to me. Both my cats are all on top of me. My dog has been sleeping at my feet. And throughout the night, he'll sleep like this way at my feet. And then literally by morning, he's completely turned where his whole butt is halfway up my side. And so I've got, basically it's one cat, my little cat. My fat cat is sitting on my side. Then I've got my dog's butt, and then I've got my husband's head or arm is always, like, here on me. So, sleeping, not really sleeping that much. So that could be also why I'm tired, too, but... So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and if you could, please, you know, keep some positive prayers going that, you know, this whole kidney thing will resolve itself, and... will go away, and if it doesn't, that, you know, we have the people that we need, we can get the people we need in place, and that our little girl will be okay. I'm going to do the name drop for you guys. We decided that her name is going to be Emberlynne Faith. So her first name is Emberlynne, her middle name is Faith. My daughter's name is Olivia Hope, so you gotta have hope and faith in life. So I told myself if I ever had two girls, that was going to be their middle names. One would have Hope and one would have Faith. So that's just a small little meaning to me. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I apologize that, you know, it was a couple of weeks before I got this out, but with a lot of things going on, it was just kind of needed some time. So I will see you guys in the next one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.